Om Shanti and good evening, my brothers and sisters. Very happy to be with you once again in today's class. And the topic today, brothers and sisters, is why churn Murli. Baba tells us to churn, but what to churn, why to churn, and what do we get from churning? This is what we're going to look at today. Okay? When we do devotion, all of us, we have done devotion before we became Brahma Kumaris, and one of the things we offer to God, one of the things is fruit. We always offer a fruit to God, whether it's a mango or a banana or some other fruit. We offer fruits to God. Didi Sudesh once shared, why fruit? Fruit is sweet. So we pray to God, we do devotion to be sweet. And that is not enough. Each fruit has a seed. We want to be sweet even in the future. So the seed in the fruit that we offer to God, that we have to plant, and then from that seed there will be a tree and we will get sweet fruits. So we offer fruits to be sweet here and to be sweet later. But to sow the seed in the ground, there needs to be effort. So when we come to Baba, we are happy and we want to be happy, and we have to sow the seed. We have to sow the seed, and that means there is some effort. Brothers and sisters, normally when new students, they come to this Murli class, they say, oh, Baba is talking about the same thing. If you look at the Murli in a very shallow way, yes, Baba is always talking about the same thing. So the Murli that Baba gives is like this. Just the bare tree. No roots, no leaves, no flowers, no fruits, just this. This is the Murli that Baba gives us daily, daily, daily. Now what do we have to do with this? We have to give it life, the life-giving tree. The tree that is here, that is seen here, we have to give it light and life like this. We have to give it life and light like this. So this tree becomes like this when we churn. And definitely my tree will not be the same as your tree. See, they are different. Yeah? And there are many different kinds of trees. So when we churn, what we do is we make sense of the Murli, what the Murli means to us, and how we look at it, how we feel it, how it belongs to us, and how we make a living tree in us. So that is what we churn when we listen to the Murli. Now the first thing that we do, brothers and sisters, is to start the roots. What are my roots? Each of us, we have different backgrounds, different beliefs, different past births, different do's and don'ts, different karmic accounts. We are all very different. No two BKs are the same. So we have a very, very different past. So according to our past and according to what Baba says, just the plain Murli, we start growing roots like this. We start growing roots. Now, how deep are the roots? How thick are the roots? How many roots are there? And how much nourishment the roots can take for the tree to grow into a living tree. That is what happens when we churn. When we churn, we go deep into our roots. Our roots are in the golden age. Our roots are Brahmin roots. Our roots are, what shall I say? Our roots are avyakt. So our roots are avyakt. So brothers and sisters, when we churn, the first thing is to go deep into the self, which means whatever Baba says, there's so many things he says, and all those points are wonderful. But there are 1 or 2 points that are very special to me. And that point, I make it my point, and I churn on it, I ponder on it, I think about it, I feel it, and I love it. And then I try to live it. Then that point becomes my point. And then I have planted, or I have grown a root. I have grown a root. So like that, we slowly build inside. And this is why our effort is very incognito. It is not seen. How much love each one of us has for Baba, nobody can say except Baba and we. How much of surrender we have done, nobody can say except we ourselves and Baba. So how much we are involved in Baba's family, nobody can say except we ourselves. So our roots are very, very personal, are very deep, and it shows the true personality of the soul that has evolved over so many yugas, from the golden age to the silver, copper, and iron, and now in the confluence age. What has the soul experienced, and what does the soul want in order to go through the cycle again to golden age, and then silver, copper, and iron. And those are the roots, because the roots are the life-giving support for the living tree. So the living kalpa tree. So as we grow roots, we give strength to the trunk. So we expose ourselves to the family, we expose ourselves to the public, we expose ourselves to the seniors, and we start interacting, and that would be our trunk. How much and how thick and how tall is my trunk? So from my roots, that is the main thing, because that is the foundation. And from that will be my trunk. And what is the trunk? What I have realized from Baba's Murli, what I have made alive from his Murli, because Baba just gives me points, knowledge. But I have to make the knowledge living by becoming this. So what have I done to make the roots really strong, that I can develop and grow into a tall, big stem or trunk of the tree? And then there are the branches. For me, I'm in Indonesia. You know that I'm in Indonesia. And so the Indonesians are just one type. All are Indonesians, all speak the same language, and I'm in Bali. The Balinese are the same. They almost think alike, they do things alike, they pray alike, they feel alike, they think alike, they eat alike. And so when I do a lot of Bali service, my tree will be like this. There are no branches. So when I just do plain Bali service, I have no branches, but I have served many Balinese. You can see there's so many leaves. I've served many Balinese, and I have no branches because I am in one country, one language, one people, one thinking, one philosophy of life. This will be my tree. I cannot be like this tree. I cannot be like this tree. So when I just serve Bali, it's like this. And of course, I can feel that I am isolated in Bali, that I have no chance of doing any service anywhere. But Baba talks about Mansa Seva, service through the mind. And when I do service through the mind, I don't have to be just this. I don't have to be just this. I can be this as well, you know. I can be this as well. I can become a tree with many branches. I serve the east, the west, north, south, whole of Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, the world. And I can become like this. So the Murli is not just physical, it's not just living, but it's also in the air, it's also in the sky. What we do is we spread our thoughts, our love, our vision of the family over the world, across the globe. So you see, service churning is very, very connected, service and churning. So when I churn, I'm in one spot, but I give life to where I am, and from there I allow my vibrations to reach everybody outside Bali, to the whole of Indonesia, to the whole world. So what is churning? I give a few examples. See, Baba is our father, yeah? And he makes us into Brahmins, yeah? So what a big jump that is. Do you know, from a Shudra to become a Brahmin is a high jump. Why high jump? From Shudra to Vaishya to Kshatriya to Deva to Brahmin. See how much is the jump. It's not right from Shudra coming to Brahmin. So we slowly inculcate whatever we listen to the Murli, whatever we understand, we make our own. From Shudra, I become a Vaishya, and then I continue loving the Murli, continuing remember Baba. I become a Kshatriya, I become a Deva, where I can also have Sakash, and finally I become a Brahmin. I am the seed of the future Kalpa. So churning, Baba, my father, he is the unlimited father. Why unlimited? He is the only one who can change my caste. Can any human father change my caste? No, never. If I'm born a Shudra, I am a Shudra until I die. But Baba has changed our caste. So this word unlimited is a very beautiful word. And to explain unlimited is like explaining the ocean. Because unlimited, you can think of anything, and Baba has changed that. I only talked about one thing, the caste. Baba also decorates. He doesn't decorate the body, he decorates the soul. We never thought of decorating the soul. We never thought that the soul could be decorated. So we had these idols of the gods and goddesses. We prayed to them because they were decorated souls and we were undecorated souls, and we were happy praying to them. So what does the unlimited Father tell us? You are that. And so he teaches us how to decorate the soul. So how many roots have I grown? I have changed my caste. That is my roots, one of my roots. And then I am decorated. That's another thing. And Baba talks about the family. You know, brothers and sisters, to tell you frankly, I have seen hundreds of families in many places. What happens in a family is, if there is a family member who is not doing the right thing, if there's a family member who is not good, that family makes it a point to protect that one who is not good, who is not right, who is wrong. They protect, they cover that person's name with false notions and ideas. That is family logic, because they feel he is my brother. I cannot say that my brother likes to steal. So I said, no, he hasn't stolen. This is all lies. That is logic feeling. But when I churn Murli, when I churn the Murli, he is my brother, also the child of God. I know that stealing is bad. I have a duty to change him. I have a duty to give him good vibrations. I have a duty to help him. I have a duty to uplift the soul, because he is also the child of my Father, unlimited Father. So in logic life, we close the bad points of any family, but in a logic family, we help. We help the family to grow. We help the family to be healthy. We help the family to be true. We help the family to be happy. So, difference. So, Baba, the unlimited Father, he uplifts my caste, he decorates me, and he helps me to help the family so that we become worthy to be called God's family. Not a logic family, but divine family. Churning. So when I churn and I have enough deep roots, then I can start thinking like Baba. That's why he's unlimited. When he is unlimited, I jump into the ocean of knowledge, and I see the many facets of Baba, the many facets of thinking of Baba. I see how Baba feels and what Baba wants and what Baba expects of me. And I can go into that field. I can go into that channel, and that is churning. So when I churn, I give life to the Murli. I not only understand the points, but I make the point my life. For example, today I'm talking about the unlimited Father. So the unlimited Father makes me a member of the world family. And so who is my family? The whole world, the globe. And so whom must I protect? The whole world. What must I give to the whole world? My best wishes. Must I talk about their shortcomings? No, never. Can I ever gossip? No, never. So, the unlimited Father teaches us new things for a new life, a new beautiful life, a new beautiful tree. So, this non-living tree has started to become a living tree. And so I accept everybody as my family because Baba is the unlimited Father. Now, as the unlimited Father, He can also give me many things that a human father, a bodily father cannot give me. One is mukti. Can any father give mukti? Freedom? No. All Lokik fathers, I can say almost all, they put us into Jivan Bandhan. They put us into bondages because they are in the bondage. All Lokik fathers are in bondage. They are in jail. And so, where must the children be? Also in jail. But we don't use the word jail. We use the word Jivan Bandhan. So the father is in jail, the mother is in jail. So where must the children be? Also jail. So Baba takes us out of the jail. So that is called mukti. We are free to think for ourselves, to be independent. That's why He's our Father. And that's why He's an unlimited Father. And not only that, He does not only take us away from the jail, from Jivan Bandhan. He not only gives us Jivan Mukti, but He gives us Jivan Mukti. He helps us and also all my family to go into a better world. He creates the better world, but He makes us worthy to go there. So that's what the Murli does. So what does the Murli do? Change all jailbirds into deities of heaven. So isn't that living? Isn't that practicing? Isn't that doing? Isn't that being? And isn't He our unlimited Father? We are living it. We are living it. We may not be totally deities, but we are on our way to that diamond harbor. So He is our unlimited Father. I'm just talking about this one word, unlimited, which no human being can give. So He changes our caste, decorates us, He gives us mukti and Jivan Mukti, and He gives us a family, a global family. You see how God opens our vision, how He opens our mind, how He unlocks the intellect. So we need a divine key to unlock. So all these are different words for churning. So when we churn, just points, Baba says, sweet children, purity is the main way to go into heaven. Oh, purity is nothing. But then when you start churning, purity of mind, of thoughts, of how I see, purity. What I hear is purity. What I talk is purity. What I eat is purity. With whom I share my feelings and my company, purity. So much. Is it just one word? Oh, purity. No, it's the whole world. When Baba uses one word, it's actually the whole world. Everything is pure. Vibrations, Baba talks about vibrations. He talks about the atmosphere. So, even the sky we have to purify, the air we have to purify, the land, the sea, the fire. So what a beautiful word, and that's today's Murli. Those who are pure will get a high status there. Today's Murli. So Baba says, just listen to me and think about me. You will become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan. So these are words. But how I melt into the words, how I sink into the ocean, how I use these words to give me a feeling and to change me from my iron-aged self to a golden-aged self, churning. So when I churn, I give life to the knowledge, I give life to my present, and I give life to my future. I create my present, I create my future. This is why in devotion we give a fruit. We always give a very sweet fruit. I want to be sweet now. I want to be sweet again. And what language does Baba teach us? What language? No language. The soundless language. The silent language. And that is the real you. What you speak is not you. I can say what you speak is not you. What I speak is not I. What is my silent language? That is why we have this phrase, you are what you think. You are what you think. So what do I think? That is my silent language. So God teaches us a soundless language, a voiceless language, a thinking language, a feeling language, a being language. So He's our unlimited Father. So when I first came to Bali, I used to ask the students, write down 100 points why God is our unlimited Father. And they will write down 100 points. And then another day I'll say, okay, write down 100 blessings of Baba that gives us motivation. And they will write 100. So today, those souls who did that homework, today they are very strong BKs. They're strong Brahmins. They have a strong foundation. Why? They churned. 100 points why Baba is unlimited. 100 self-motivation titles that Baba gives us. 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. And we have many, many, what shall I say, lists in our office, even today. All 100, 100, 100, 100. And those students who helped to make those points, today they are very, very firm. So every word can be broken into 1,000 pieces, can have 1,000 meanings. Churning is important. If not, Murli becomes lifeless. Every day Baba says, remember me. Every day he says, become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan. He says that. Every day he says, become pure. But today, Baba said, your status will depend on your purity. So what is my purity? And where am I pure? Where am I not pure? What must I do? And how can I do it? When should I do it? Am I capable of doing it now? Or what? So this again is living the Murli point. Living the Murli point. So churning. It's very important. Very, very important. Because then the Murli spoken from God becomes my Murli. But if it's God's Murli, then it doesn't belong to me. But that Murli must belong to me. I am the recipient of the Murli. If I go to a shop and I buy something, that thing that I buy from the shop is mine. So now I listen to Baba's Murli, and that should become mine. It's not no more Baba's, it's mine. So how much of the Murli is mine? Normally, for my own self, brothers and sisters, to tell you frankly, the Murli is too much for me. I only take up 1 or 2 points of every day's Murli. 1 or 2 points I keep in my mind, and I keep on churning on that 1 or 2 points. Just that. Because that itself is endless. So if I start doing the whole Murli, even one lifetime is not enough. And that is the depth of the Murlis. That's why God is called the ocean. Bindu becomes a Sindhu. It's the ocean. So, I love the Murlis. Today, another important point that Baba talks is, you give 5 annas or 5 rupees, And you tell yourself, I gave 5 rupees to God, I gave 5 ringgit to God. Does God want your 5 ringgit? Or are you giving it for yourself? Because that 5 ringgit will become 5,000 ringgit in golden age, or 5 million ringgit in golden age. So are you giving or are you taking? So what a beautiful point. So never think that I'm doing something for God. Not possible. Whatever you do, however much you do, you give your life, you die for God. Is that enough to repay God's kindness, God's benevolence, God's grace? This is why for God, we use the word grace. He's so innocent, so beautiful, so loving, and so generous. Can there be a better word? Churn. So when I churn, Baba becomes mine. Baba is not God that I used to pray. Baba belongs to me. He's mine. He's talking to me. And I'm his very special child, his living child. And he's telling me, don't think you give anything to me. I give you everything. So I am Praneshwar. I give you life. When you came to me, you were lifeless. Yes, you had a car, no life. You had a house, no life. You were living, no life. Now I'm giving you life. Even if you have nothing, you are so happy. And that is life. What is life? Happiness, living, enjoying, comfort, satisfaction, a belonging, so many things. This is life, not my car and not my house and not my job and not my money. He gives life, unlimited. So I'm just talking of this one word, unlimited. And my unlimited Father says, just look at me. Don't look at your brothers, don't look at your sisters, don't look at anybody. Look at me, look at me, look at me. What to look? What to look? So this is another beautiful, unlimited Father telling us what to look at. So imagine there's this light in front of me, and I allow that light, the rays of that light, the vibrations of that light, the powers of that light to sink into my very being, to sink into the core of my existence, to sink into the depths of my soul. And my soul undergoes metamorphosis. When the light of God penetrates into the soul, when the light of God touches the soul, when the light of God embraces the soul, when the light of God adopts the soul and makes it beautiful, can any father, the religious founders, any saints, any sages, can they take my soul? Can they reform my soul? Can they do metamorphosis on my soul? Can they transform my soul? Never, never. Only my unlimited Father can do that. And what is the magic? His rays, His love, His peace, His silence, His grace, His happiness, His power. So much, so much. Ocean. My Father is an ocean. If my father is a governor, or my real Lokik father was a headmaster, I used to feel proud this is my father's school. It's actually not my father's school. He was the headmaster of the school. But I used to feel that that was my school. What a small post, and how happy I was, how proud I was of my father. And that's my Lokik father. But this father, he owns the three worlds. He owns the three worlds, and he's the master of everything. And he's my father. How proud must I be? How happy I must be that I am coming to him to understand. I go to him to love. I go to him to learn to love. I go to him to learn to transform. I go to him to be a different person, from a stone to a diamond, from a thorn to a flower, metamorphosis. Transformasi, not change, transformasi. I can see how God gives an injection, and he gives medicine so painlessly and so beautifully. Can any doctor do it? Not possible. Not possible. Even if the doctor, he gives an injection and he says, tidak sakit ya, tidak sakit. And then he injects the thing. You still feel that prick, little bit. You feel that prick. But my father, when he injects, no prick, no bitter medicines, all sweet, sweet, sweet medicines. So, how do I get a new life, brothers and sisters? How do I get a new life? I change because I belong to my Father. Who is my Father? My unlimited Father. Why is he unlimited? Is the story enough to stop talking here? How many hours do I need to talk about my Father? Tell me. 1 hour is enough? 1 day? 1 year? 10 years? Throughout my life? So this is the real Amarakatha, the story that can never end, the ongoing story. When God comes, he tells us the story of this ongoing, life-giving herb, Sanjeevani, this Amarakatha, the undying story. Because the story begins here and it goes on for 5,000 years. You see, a dead tree becomes a living tree by churning. And so at one time I used to feel that I'm alone in Bali and I'm only like doing service for the Balinese. I want to do service for India. I want to do service for Malaysia, Singapore, the world. And Baba fulfills all those. He fulfills all those. Is there any one thing that Baba cannot fulfill? Just think about it. I give you my own example. I have many examples where God has made the impossible possible. One thing, when I first became a BK, I was a householder, a single parent, 2 school-going children. So I had a job, and I was the sole protector of my children. So when I saw Sister Mira, when I saw Didi Nirmala, when I saw Daddy Janki, and all of them have no families, and they go around talking about God and giving knowledge, I told myself, I can never become that. Why? I am bound by the family. I have a responsibility. How will my children study? Will they get a good job? Will they be properly settled? Will they be happy after that? It's my duty, my children, so I can never be free. I am in the jail. My thought logical, very logical, my thought. What happened? My daughter, after her Form 5, she said, I'm going to the UK to study. And she flew away to the UK to study. My son was in Form 4. He had another year to go. I don't know, Form 4 or Form 4, Form 3, I'm not sure. So he had another 1 or 2 years to go. And he told me, Mother, I know what is this Brahma Kumaris. It's such a beautiful thing. And you're asked to go overseas. Go now. Will you ever get this chance? You are an export quality. Go now. Do you want to just take care of me and my sister and stay in this household? Or do you want to have 1,000 children, 100 children? Go, mother. I had no courage. I'm a mother. Can I ever leave my children and go? Tell me. Just think. Impossible. But those words spoken from the mouth of this little boy. And Daddy Janki said, go. Didi Nirmala said, go. So right from the household, I jumped into a center. Any training? No. Any advice? No. Any do's and don'ts? No. Struggle. But what a lesson. What a lesson. You won't believe that internally, the way I look at things, the way I see things, the way I understand people, the way I look at people, it's totally different. What do we learn in the school? Nothing. What do we learn by getting married? Nothing. What do we learn by having children? Nothing. What do we learn by becoming grandfathers and grandmothers? Nothing. God is my teacher. So my Father, my teacher, He opens up the whole world for me to think. He opens up the whole world for me to ponder. And I start thinking, oh, I think like this, they think like that, they are right, I am right. There are many ways of looking at things. I'm not the only one who can think like this, and I'm not the only one who is right. Everyone is right. Even the ones who are wrong are right. This is what my Father tells me. My Father, unlimited Father, tells me, those who are wrong also is right, because this is my drama. So how can you reject them? How can you not take them? Give them love. Help them to grow. Uplift them. Show them the path. So this is what my Father says. But in my Lokik life, my children must be powerful. My children must be great. My children must be rich. My children... Just two. And the whole world revolves around that. Now, no more. So what does my unlimited Father teach me? He teaches me gratitude, He teaches me silence, and He detoxes me. The soul gets a detoxification. Because we are all toxic in Kali Yuga, the Iron Age, we are all toxic. That's why we are not happy. That's why we gossip. That's why we waste time. That's why we have waste thoughts. That's why we do waste things. That's why we waste money. That's why we pretend to love God. Anything that we do in Kali Yuga, tell me one thing that is right. Even when we do donations, we want a name. We want a name. We want some recognition. But Baba says, I have already recognized you. I know you. You are a beautiful seed. You can grow into a beautiful tree. And I take you. I love you. I have hope in you. Come, come. And He calls me. So can you imagine This is the Murli. Morning Murli is a story of love. It is a story of the eternal soul. It is the undying story of a beggar to a prince. It is the story of darkness to light. It is the story of suffering to happiness. It's the story of going from hell to heaven. My unlimited Father. Just this one word. I'm just pondering on this one word. I'm not going into anything else. And He is my unlimited Father. He is a king maker. Can any father make kings? Bisa? Can any father create a king? No, never. A kingly family, their son will become a king. The son is not the father's making. He is just born in that family and he inherits that kingdom. But my father, I'm born in a Shudra family and He makes me into a king. So God is a king maker. He is a lover. He is a friend. He is a guide. He is a washerman. He is a merchant. And you know my first blessing. I love my first blessing, brothers and sisters. When He first blessed me, I was very angry. I was not happy. I can tell you that. Because I didn't understand. I didn't understand the words of God. That each word has such a high meaning and implication. And the first blessing I got is, you are a clever businesswoman. I'm not a businesswoman. You give me any business, that business will definitely fail. That business will fail. Because some people have pushed this Amway into my hands and Causeway into my hands. I don't know how to sell. And I give free, and then suddenly I'm no more there. I can't do any business, and God calls me a businesswoman. How is that? I'm not a businesswoman at all. And I never think of making money because I'm a wage earner. I'm a teacher. I got a salary, gaji. I have a gaji. So why should I do any business? He called me a businesswoman. I didn't understand. I didn't believe. But now, after almost 37 years now as a Brahma Kumari, from what to what? Just by doing service, it has become a business. And what business? Happy business, not cari untung, no. It's happy business. Make everybody into deities. Make everybody into knowledgeable souls. Throw away the darkness. Throw away the rubbish. Throw away all the thorns. Show flowers. Make the forest into a garden. This is what my unlimited Father tells me. I didn't know this was a business. And it has become a business. And He said, you are a clever businesswoman. I think, what business is this? So, my Father is so exciting. Are there any words to describe His cleverness and the way He changes us so painlessly without any... I don't even realize that I'm changing. I don't even realize that I'm different. But it just happens and suddenly you think differently. And who is the magician? Who is the magician? My Baba, my unlimited Father. So I came to my unlimited Father with empty pockets. He has taught me 1,000,000 things. And now my pockets are full. I came as a beggar and I go as a healthy, wealthy king. So my empty pockets are full. And how many pockets do I have? How many pockets? Can I count them? Impossible. impossible. So just churning, this is churning. How I just think of one word and I can use that one word for a month. For a month. Because God, you see, I've not touched on everything. God has taught economy. God has taught politics. God has taught cooking. And God is still teaching that. He's teaching us hygiene. He's teaching us karma. He's teaching us how to enjoy life. He's teaching us how to create a better world. He's teaching us how to cooperate. He's teaching us the benefits of powers and values. So, is there any limit to his teachings? Science, yes. Mathematics, yes. Geography, history, philosophy, everything. And the most important, morals, ethics. He's a teacher. So my unlimited Father is a teacher. He is a Satguru. What does he do? He tells me the way. Go this way, not that way. Sometimes I go on the wrong way. Does he get angry? No. I've done many mistakes. I've been very naughty. But is he angry? No. He says, never mind, today is a new day. Today is a new time. Today is a new thing. Carry on. Forget the past. So I've done so many mistakes. And so many times I've fallen. And so many times I've been naughty. But today, I'm so happy. Why? To whom have I come? To whom have I belonged? To whom do I belong to? And what is my present? And what is my future? Just one word, a sweet fruit. That's why we give a fruit when we think of God. We give a fruit when we pray to God that my present is sweet, my future is sweet. I love you, God. Help me to become that. And who is helping me to become this? My unlimited Father. So you see, I just played with one word, unlimited. And that has given me so many ideas that this is Bali, this is the world, and there are so many ways of treating people from all walks of life. So I can serve the whole world. So we can become all kinds of trees, swaying with the wind, moving with the times, loving the Father and loving the family, loving the creation. So how great are we to come to Baba? How great are we to know our God, the one we have been looking for everywhere. And he has come to my doorstep and is knocking at my door. And I say, yes, I'm ready. Thank you. Om Shanti.